Welcome back.
Bine venit înapoi.
Good to see you again. Have a seat, please. So, we've been working we're going on week 2 now. This is week 2, yeah? And this is visit number 10. And why don't you ask Mom how she's feeling? I'm running the meter on her back. We've been working a lot with her. She's had some great visits, great adjustments. She's had a lot of releases in terms of energy, emotion, and we're going to talk about something today in today's visit, and it's part of the healing process. Okay? So first thing, let's run the meter on the back. Let's start here. Let's see what we find. As we're running the meter up the spine, up the neck. Neck looks clear. Now, she came in complaining of neck, mid-back, severe low back, sciatica, hips. She had a lot of issues going on. And we were starting on that foundation. We started down low in the sacrum.
Yes.
Yeah. We started up high in the upper cervical. Once this cleared out, we got up to fifth lumbar. Yeah. And she has an interesting situation. She has an L4 spondy. So we're actually on 5 and bringing it underneath. Now, with everything going on, how is Mom doing today? Can you ask her, please?
Yeah. Maica, cum te simți azi?
Bine.
She's doing good. She's like,
She's good.
The simple answer. Good.
Simple answer. Good.
Good.
Yeah, we've been talking about this.
Tell me.
And she says that even if there is pain, it's different type of pain.
What does that mean? It's a different type of pain.
It's not cutting her like before. Or
you mean not sharp shooting?
Not sharp shooting, yes.
Okay.
And
what is it then?
And
is it dull?
It's like soreness because of the adjustments.
Soreness meaning like a workout soreness. It hasn't moved in a long time. It's moving now.
Yes.
Okay.
And the part that really got me emotional is when she said, "I can't believe that sleeping on my back, my leg is not getting numb anymore."
That's pretty cool.
And I was
That's pretty awesome.
amazed about this, and you should see her face when she's saying this. It's
pretty
cool.
Awesome.
Yes.
So we got about 8 points of pressure, 10 points of pressure down in that L5. Okay, and we have about 5 points of pressure up top in the atlas. Okay. Now, I want to talk about something before we actually adjust her today. And we started to talk about this 1 or 2 visits ago. And we talk about emotional traumas, and there's an emotional component associated with these traumas. And this is what I've found, and I'm sure other practitioners have found this as well. So historically, I've been doing this over 14 years. What I've found is, and these are thousands of people, this is not 1 or 2 people, thousands of people that I've worked with, is, let's give an example. Let me come over here so I can talk with her. So, and she can just tell she may not understand what I'm saying, but I think she gets my energy and my emotion. And what we find is this. So let's say there was a car accident. And in the car accident, let's say there was a neck injury. And let's say the car accident was, you're driving in the car and you're with a friend, and the friend is, you guys get in some argument. And from this argument, you get into a car accident, let's just say. So now you have these physical traumas. You went for treatment. The physical trauma was taken care of. But there's still that emotional component of that fight that wasn't resolved. And so what happens is that stuff still stores energetically in the cells, in the cellular memory. And what happens years later, I see this where I adjust them, and all of a sudden this big emotional release happens. That's what I've found. Now, something similar has been happening here. Why? there was an old trauma, okay? She had an old trauma, and there was a physical and there was an emotional trauma. And as the physical was getting fixed, we did sense that the emotional component needed to be addressed. So we were having a conversation about this, and this is one of forgiveness. And people will hurt us, you know, we go through life, and you know, life experiences, relationships, people will physically hurt us, emotionally hurt us, but the whole idea is forgiveness. If we believe we're all connected, we're all come from the same place, whether we have the same skin tone, speak the same language, we have different skin tones, we speak different languages, we have different color hair. This is all the external appearance, but inside we're all just one, guys. And if we can understand that we are just all one, then that process of forgiveness becomes easy, because when you're forgiving and you're releasing that burden from that person, and you're releasing the burden from yourself as well. And this is what I've asked you to do, that you have to start to forgive. As you forgive more and more, none of this, and that's what I feel has been us getting to that next level. Is I had to bring it to her attention. Now, it's not easy. Someone hurts you really bad emotionally, physically. I mean, what do? But there is a process. The process starts with, hey, I forgive you for what you've done. It was not you that was doing it. It was your pain body. It was your egoic pain body, that emotional pain from the past manifesting in the present. So whoever did that to you had their own issues that they didn't know how to deal with, and the only thing they knew was this.
Yeah.
Was the way they behaved or the way they treated you. And if we can understand that, it wasn't him, it wasn't her, it was their own pain that was causing it, that was doing it. And if you can get to that essence of the person before the arguments start, if you can get to that essence before the fight started, then guess what? Good things are going to happen. Okay? We're on visit number 10. We've come a long way, guys. I want you to turn your head this way, please. Left side. Left hand here, please.
Mâna stângă acolo.
No, this hand
Mâna
down.
stângă.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This hand here. All right, here we go.
Oh!
Home run, my dear. Head down, please. Can you hold Mama's legs?
Sure.
And we're going to be working on number 5. Good. So it's an L4 spondy. We're dropping L5. We're going to bring L5 underneath L4. Breathe. Tell Mama. What are you saying? Arasufa. 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 Good. There it is. Home run. Now you know. Walk a couple of times back and forth, please.
Mergi câteva ori încolo și înspre.
Good. She wasn't too happy with that one. She looks mad on that one. It's all right. Have a seat over here. Why don't you have a seat
Right here.
right over here? And that way you can kind of share what's been happening. We talked about Mom forgiving.
Yes.
And part of her healing is just that. Otherwise, nothing happens. So if you can share what's been going on the past 2 weeks.
Yes, sure. Well, we've been talking about this not only past 2 weeks, but still, because we are in the process of healing, we get more intense on this. And the point is that my mom does not believe that forgiving is going to help her in anyhow. So, like getting to that point when she's open enough to understand this, that this is a energy that stays inside, and as Dr. Rahim says, doesn't pay your rent.
Well, yeah,
stays in there and doesn't pay you. It's kind of like it's time for it to let go. You have to let it go. It has to come out. And she's a master of keeping in and not saying it out loud, and always tolerating, right?
Tolerating, yeah.
Tolerating her pain, and she's still working on the part of forgiveness. And I said, like, look, you're a Christian, you believe, right, that you have to forgive. And she said that she's gonna go to, let's say, whatever you believe in, she's gonna go to the church and ask for help so she can forgive the person that did this pain to her. And
can I add something to that?
yeah.
Okay, so you're saying she goes to church, she's a woman of faith?
Yeah.
Okay, so ask her this question. This is important. Do you believe God forgives everything and everyone?
Natalie, crezi că Dumnezeu iartă tot și pe toți.
Yes?
Yeah.
Then who are you not to forgive?
Și el a spus că deși dar Natalia nu...
If God forgives everything and if you're
Dacă
one of His
Dumnezeu
children,
iartă, sau
who are
Dumnezeu-
you not to forgive? It doesn't matter, does it?
Au zis că nu importă, doesn't matter, how do I say it? It like doesn't matter if she forgives or not, or why doesn't she forgive?
Yeah, well, if she believes that God forgives
Yep.
everything and
Mhm.
everyone, then who is she
Deși Natalia nu poți ierți dacă
to
Dumnezeu
not
iartă.
forgive?
Deși Natalia nu ierți. dacă
Does
Dumnezeu
that make
iartă.
sense?
Are sens? Înțelegi, trebuie să
Eu parcă iert, dar de aici încă și...
Okay, she feels like she forgives and she doesn't feel this pain. But when it's time to talk about that, all that energy comes out.
So she hasn't. That's
She
the
has-
point.
Yeah, but she feels like, and she wants to, but she can't. Type of like, I feel like I did forgive, but when it's time to talk about this, it's again that bad energy.
Okay, I want to talk to Rumi.
După
Had
și ne spuneți, doctoră, când am
Rumi-
ușor este.
Rumi had a saying, and if let me rewind that. There's a saying: if you want to change your thought about somebody, say something nice about them for 30 days. Every day, say something nice about the person. Hear me out. And at the end of the 30 days, guess what? That person will have changed. Why? Because you will have changed in 30 days. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a process, it's energy. If she starts this process, it's easy to say, I forgive. Okay, it's easy to say it. But to just say it doesn't really help by itself. There has to be some action. And the easiest action is say something nice about this person. I'm sure there are nice things.
Hey, I even get emotional
Okay.
about this.
All right?
Okay.
It's important. Can you walk, please?
Mersi.
It's important. If you want to share more. So she gets what needs to happen. She just needs to do it now. She's come a long way. And as I said, the physical stuff while she's here, we have a few more visits,
Mhm.
right? She started this new journey. She's walking better. She's sitting better. She's sleeping better.
Yep.
All these great things are happening. Okay?
And
go on.
May one point, and just don't think that the pain is just boom, it's not here. There's still pain, but is a process of healing. So it's not like she came 10 times and she's like with no pain out, walking out of here. It's still a process that you should go through and just listen to what you've been told to do and just do it and take care of yourself and don't go to the same thing that was killing you before. So
Now,
I think this is a point.
now that's very good, and I appreciate those comments. She's come a long way.
Yep.
And exactly what he said, this is a process. Can you just refresh everyone's memory? How long has she had this?
Oh, like I was so little. I didn't go through all this beginner stuff, but it's over 20 years. It's close to 30 years. and she was working hard. She was doing all by herself, and not even support, but the person that okay, whatever. It's so personal that okay. All her life she was lifting weights, working hard, trying to take care of us, and she got hurt because of this, and there was no way for other people to support us, and she was still working. She was getting fixed a little bit, again working, and it got to the point when she couldn't work. We got away from the point of pain. That's my father, okay? So now we started to heal, we started a new life, and it's really cool.
Cool. Come here. Come here. It's all good, brother. Okay?
Thank you.
That's where we started a process for you guys. We started a process. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And we have a couple more visits. So you brought your mom all the way from Moldova, and you're in Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from Oregon, you guys came down. You guys planned on 2 weeks here.
Yeah.
And it's been 10 visits over 2 weeks. Physically, as we said, things have started to change physically. The emotional component has been addressed, but now I put it on you guys, okay? That you guys continue the journey. And I think a lot of people are there supporting you guys, sending you lots of love, lots of prayers. And please remember what I said. If I'm not talking about any one type of religion, but when someone tells me, you know, I go to church or temple or synagogue or this, or they have some sort of faith, and then they say they can't forgive, it doesn't make sense to me.
Oh,
So I'm excited for you.
And she said that these are tears of happiness.
Good. Come here. Good stuff.
Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome.